Welcome back to another episode of the season finale. Welcome back to another episode of the Salford RTG Career Mode here on FC25, where today it could be the season finale / series finale. We have 5 games left to go to the Premier League, where we are currently 4 games in hand against Liverpool with a game in hand. They are 4 points ahead. We have the FA Cup final against Southampton after taking down Manchester United on penalties. And then we have already won the Carabao Cup, so we're 1 for 1 there and 1 out of a possible 4 so far. And then we have Champions League semifinal against Inter Milan, where we just took down Atletico Madrid 7-2 on aggregate. We're going straight into the semifinal here. Home or away leg, I should say, first up against Inter Milan. Let's jump straight into it. Here we go. Inter Milan away from home in the first leg. And we start by giving Isak the ball, but he gives it straight back to it. Kadioglu, Sissoko, Ethan Nwaneri, Desiree Doué. Ethan Nwaneri can't find Bayer, but he will find Bayer again, and Bayer will take the lead. 1-0 in the 4th minute. Vamos! Bayer now on the ball into Doué, and Doué out wide, and Desiree Doué. Ethan Nwaneri, 2-0. Corner comes in, Bayer heads it down. It will fall for Marino, and his shot is saved and out for a corner. And the corner will come in. And the corner will be cleared by Sissoko. Sissoko from near outside the box. It's saved. It's Costa to corner. Oh, and Isak is onside. And Isak to get one back. He chips the keeper 2-1. Desiree off target. Caballoni trying to start the second half here. Strong for Inter Milan to try and draw it level. He's straight to you1. Isak stopped by Lewis Law. Ethan Nwaneri. Desiree over the top for Bayer. Can he outpace Araujo? Off target. Desiree, hard angle saved. Sissoko! He went flying for it. Bayer into Sissoko. And Sissoko will double the lead again. It's 3-1 lead for Salford. And that is full time. We go back to England with a 3-1 lead on aggregate. We are going to simulate through this Aston Villa game because it will be a tough game, but it's something that we can definitely get through. A 0-0 draw is honestly good for us as well. It's perfect for us. We continue to pick up a point no matter what, and we move on. Inter Milan second leg here, a chance to go to the final against either Real Madrid or I don't remember the other team. But Cole Campbell starts this game alongside Leo Castledine and Cunningham. Cunningham into Leo. Leo into Bernardo. Bernardo into Sissoko. Sissoko, Leo. Leo crossed in for Bayer. Bayer won't win the first ball. Second ball by Leo. It'll be down to Campbell. Cole Campbell into Maximum Bayer. Saved. And Bayer now, I mean, he has really no support. Cole Campbell is there. Sissoko, shot is blocked. Oh, and Isak breaks free. And Johan with a fantastic save. Corner comes in. Lewis Law heads it down into the box. Sissoko will do well with his feet to get away from pressure, and a counterattack could be on. Cole Campbell up the field, straight to Araujo. Still Cole Campbell. It's still with Cole. And Cole now on the ball. It's Cole. It's saved. It's headed away by Araujo. And Leo Castledine will pick up the spillage. And Leo now into Bayer. Bayer tries to back heel it for Sissoko. He passes straight to, and it's looking like we'll go halftime 0-0 on the day, which is good for us. So less time for Inter Milan to get back into it. It could be 1-0. And Cole Camp, I can't score that, but I will score it. I won't because Araujo will block it. 0-0 at the break. Still Sissoko. Bayer's in the way. Sissoko will score, and Salford could be booking their ticket to the Champions League final. We will jump to simulation for the rest of it. Let's see what can happen. Isak makes it 4-2 on aggregate. If they score another one, we'll jump back in before the 85th. And we are into the Champions League final. We take down Inter Milan. And I can only assume we're taking on Real Madrid in that final. And, well, we won't know yet. It's either Real Madrid or AS Monaco. And we will go ahead and simulate here through the Burnley game. They're actually sitting in 8th. So this isn't a forefront that we possibly could think it is, but it should be in all honesty. Another 0-0 draw in simulations. I might just have to start simming through the calendar at this rate, because holy cow, 0-0. That does mean they actually gain points on us, and now Tottenham with the game in hand. We have a game in hand against them. We're currently a point ahead of them. We have Southampton up next, And then they obviously have Southampton in the FA Cup final. Now, we should be able to just beat Southampton in the league easily, surely. A 3-1 win. Bayer, Due, and Sissoko. Hopefully, we can recreate that in the FA Cup final in just a day's time here. But that win there is massive for us. Where do we sit now? 36 games. We are 3 points ahead of Liverpool. Vamos. FA Cup between Southampton and Salford. And just to go ahead and look at Southampton's squad, we have Adozi, 83 overall, Acuna, 85, Diakon, we have Bendito, Smallbone, Diallo, Lawrence, Gabriel, wow, it's a back five, by the way, Hardward, Bellis, Dench, Johan Garcia. It's looking like an Arsenal team. Is that? No, Hugo Larson's on the bench for some reason. That's interesting to see. Interesting. Well then, the decent players. Don't know about totality as a team because obviously they're sitting in relegation form. Ethan Winery, still Ethan. It's still Ethan. Into Bayer. Bayer tries to shoot, just shoots at midair. Diakon, Acuna, Johan with the save. Law keeps it in play. Ethan Winery! 1-0 for Salford. We take the lead here against Southampton in the FA Cup. 13 minutes in. Vamos. Kadioglu. Acuna. Bendito saved. Law half-hearted clearance as well as Mark Bernal. But now we could possibly hit him in the contact. It's Desiree Due now. Desiree Due into Bayer. And Maximum Bayer now on the ball. Maximum Bayer saved. Desiree Due over the top for Sissoko. Headed away. Padal will find Ethan Ranieri. His shot saved by Johan Garcia and out for a corner. In halftime, 1-0 up here against Southampton. Vamos. 45 minutes until we are FA Cup champions. I believe no, not the first time. It would be the second time. I believe so. Then we won the FA Cup, then the Carabao Cup, and then the Carabao Cup again this season. And now we're looking to win the FA Cup as Lewis Law finds in Bayer. Bayer looks to find Sissoko. Can't do so. Johan Garcia gets there first. Desiree can't find Sissoko. Leo Castledine, who's on for Ethan Winery. Leo in for Bayer. And Maximum Bayer in for Desiree Due. He hit it with his purse. Into Sissoko, and Sissoko's actually in behind. He hit it, but he'll find Bayer, and Bayer will double the lead. And surely with 6 minutes left to go, Salford are your FA Cup champions. Southampton put up a defensive fight. Not much really of an offensive threat from them in this game, as Vuskovic will come on for Padal. Not much of a offensive threat for us, but definitely something happened there. And that is game over. Salford are your FA Cup champions. The domestic double for cup competitions in itself belongs to us. We are 50% of the way there to our quadruple. We have 2 more opportunities to win the quadruple with the Champions League and the Premier League. We might not be the favorites in the Champions League as we are facing off against Real Madrid. We'll be definitely favorites for the Premier League with 2 games left to go. We now lift that FA Cup trophy against Southampton. A 2-0 win after 90 minutes. For once, we don't go a penalty shootout at Wembley. We get it done in regulation. Don't know why Johan's off by himself. But FA Cup champions and the Spanish man, Mark Bernal, the most senior player at this club, I believe, will lift that trophy. And here comes Mr. Bernal to lift that trophy. Vamos! 2 out of 4. Let's go get the other 2. Salford versus the Arsenal in the Premier League game week and game match number 37 out of 38. And the commentator said in the lead up, if we are to win this, we will be your Premier League champions. And I think that's based off of goal difference, because at the moment Liverpool have played 37 games. They are in 67 points. We are also on 67 points, so we can go 3 points ahead of them with the win here against Arsenal. Our goal difference is 11 better than theirs right now. So I think they count us as winning the league title because of just the goal difference and the fact that I don't think AI can score more than 11 goals in the game, and I'm obviously not going to lose by more than 11 goals in the game there. So a win here. We are mathematically, with AI enhanced, we are mathematically your Premier League champions, and I believe this is the last home game, so we will more than likely lift that league trophy here away or at the end if we are to win this game against the Arsenal. The boys are in probably an overjoyous mood, possibly coming off of that FA Cup win. So hopefully they play up to their standards and not settle and just kind of let the Arsenal do what Arsenal want to do. And it's going to start with the possibility of that happening. Never mind, Mark Bernal wins the ball into Desiree Doué now. Desiree Doué out wide in the air. Dribbling into Krupp. And Josh with the tackle. Kadioglu helps winning the ball back as well. Kavada. Cooping, and Arsenal take the lead. 1-0. Ethan Winery into Desiree, and Desiree Doué. That's a great ball in, but oh, yeah, she got a volley to a rebound. Blocked by Ipadao. Kadioglu hits Krupp, and it will go out for a throw-in. Ainori, Krupp. Odegaard gets absolutely wiped to the floor. Yohan with the save. Ethan Winery levels it up here against Arsenal. He will not celebrate in front of his old team here, but 1-1. We draw level. Ethan Winery, can he score a second? Ethan Winery, he cannot. Sissoko over the top for Bayer, and Bayer now not the best of touches. Can he find Sissoko? He does. Sissoko, shot blocked. 1 minute to try and score a winner here, and it's Ethan Winery. Ethan Winery into Bayer, and Bayer to win the Premier League, and Salford will be your Premier League champions with the last kick of the game. We beat Arsenal 2-1. Ethan Winery on the assist. He got the equalizing goal. Vamos! And that is full time. We are your Premier League champions, but it doesn't look like we are celebrating the Premier League because obviously mathematically we're not. Yeah, okay, so we're not Premier League champions. Okay. So we're not Premier League champions. A point here against Bournemouth. We are your champions of the England. Desiree Doué cannot play with a red card suspension. He is out for the final game day of the season. We will jump in if need be. If not, we'll jump in at the end to lift that trophy. It's Salford versus Bournemouth, the final game day. Alex Scott opens up the scoring for Bournemouth. 1-0, 49 minutes in. I'll give it to 60 before I jump in. We are going to go ahead and jump in here now. 68 minutes in. I still think even if we lose this game as we give it away, I think even if we lose this game and Liverpool win, we still win the Premier League off a goal difference. So I think we are your Premier League champions no matter what. But we want the win or the draw, one of the two. Soule, Scott, from distance, saved by Yohan. And we are your Premier League champions. We lift that trophy despite losing on the final game day. We are your Premier League champions. We do the domestic treble. We will lift the trophy at this Bournemouth Stadium. And Mark Bernal will lift his third trophy of the season. We got one more. It's the hardest one yet to win. It's the Champions League against Real Madrid. But for now, we lift the blacked out Premier League trophy. And we celebrate being champions of England for the first time. Vamos. And so, the final game of this series, it's Nottingham. What? It's Salford versus Real Madrid at Old Trafford. We have home field advantage. We're not that far away from Old Trafford in real life anyway, so we can count this as our home ground realistically. We are taking on Real Madrid. We are taking on Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Yoni. If y'all don't remember that, we sold Yoni at the start of the season for 130-odd million like that, which was allowed us to build up this squad even more to become a European powerhouse and possibly a quadruple winner. This is the last game of the series. We'll end it here, winners or not. A chance to become Champions League winners, a chance to become quadruple winners. The circle is being flown up by invisible people, but it is Salford versus Real Madrid. And here is, y'all don't care about that. Y'all know this lineup by now. It's our strongest lineup. Here is Real Madrid's lineup. They have Ancelotti leading the line. We have Mr. Simon in net with the back four of Gutierrez, Upamecano, Arnold, and Payeta, and Yoni, Bellingham, and Rovella in the midfield trio with Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappe, and Lee Kang-in as the attack. It's a dangerous attack. It's a dangerous midfield. It's a dangerous defense. We are definitely the underdogs for this game, but we can definitely pick up the win here and pick up the Champions League trophy. Lee Kang-in, and Real Madrid strike first. 11 minutes in. And Real Madrid take the lead. Sissoko, Desiree Doué. Desiree gets taken out. Surely a penalty from Upamecano. It's a red card for Upamecano. And Real Madrid are down to 10 men. It doesn't matter. They doing this stupid thing. They are taking off Lee King in for Brahim and putting Brahim at center back. Well, Brahim has to play. Rovella is going to get chopped in. We're going to make it 2 subs back. Yeah, Rovella can play center back for now. So there's that. We're going to go ahead and just like kind of sit here for a second, let this go on. Unfortunately for the right winger to make the sacrifice, and it is not even a penalty. We're going to go ahead and just change back to, though, that way we don't have control of Real Madrid here. It's not a penalty. It's the edge of the box, and I hit circle, and it's going to go straight to the wall. Rebound. Desiree, it's off for a corner. Mark Bernal on the corner. Bernal, second ball. Courtois hanging up his boots after this game. He's trying to end his career with the Champions League trophy for like the 50th time. Brahim, who's on now for Lee King in, who actually opened up the scoring for Real Madrid. We get the ball straight to Kylian Mbappe. His shot is blocked, but it will fall for Brahim. And Brahim, his shot is wide. Desiree Doué into Bayer. And Maximum Bayer now into Doué. And Desiree Doué now on his weaker foot. Saved by Unai Simon. And out for a corner. Bernal, back post. Ethan Winery, headed back in the box. Header off target. And it looks like we're going to go halftime down 1-0 here to Real Madrid. Ethan Winery from outside the box. And Ethan Winery, he's a special Tizade. It's 1-1. We draw level here at Real Madrid. Instantly starting the second half here on a strong note. Vamos! Kadioglu into Sissoko. In Sissoko now. Sissoko into Maximum Bayer, and Maximum Bayer to take the lead. And Salford, 10 minutes into the second half, has scored 2 goals to take the lead here against Real Madrid. 56 minutes in, and we are 44 minutes away from being your Champions League winners, from being your quadruple winners. Bayer getting past Arnold. Arnold did well to recover, but Bayer is there, and Bayer will score. Gets past Unai Simon, and Salford 3 goals in 17 minutes. 3-1. Doué. Ethan Winery gets taken out. Surely a foul. Bernal. Desiree Doué, and we are running riot. 4-1 for Salford. We will be your quadruple winners. We will be your Champions League winners. Vamos! And that is game over. Salford are your Champions League winners here. A 4-1 win. A 20-ish minute riot in the second half to lift up that Champions League trophy. The quadruple is complete. Bayer with the brace. Doué with the deal sealer. Winery kicked it all off in the 49th minute. And we are your Champions League winners. And Mark Bernal to lift the final of the trophies, the most decorated one. We are your Champions League winners here at Old Trafford. We did not have to travel far for this final, only a couple of miles down the road. And quite literally, we could have walked. Our fans could have walked to the stadium, and more likely did walk to the stadium. Only 3 miles from the Salford FC Stadium in real life to the Old Trafford Stadium. And we are your Champions League winners. The quadruple is complete. The trophy we wanted the most since starting this is complete. 9 seasons later, we are your Champions League winners. From down to League 2, up to your European powerhouse winners. And here's the trophy parade to show all 4 trophies. The Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Premier League, the Champions League belong to us. The quadruple belongs to Salford, belongs to the real Manchester club, the local Manchester club. We are your Champions League quadruple, just everything. We conquered it all. And so, your final squad update here. Mr. Bayer, 29 goals out of him. Desiree Doué had 24 goals. Remember, he was just a loanee player for this season, and in fact shouldn't have played against Inter Milan, but he did. Ethan Winery had 22 goals. Sissoko had 18 goals and 16 assists. Campbell, off of the bench for the majority of the season, had 10 goals. Redondo, maybe not the breakout season that I thought he was going to have after he had a good season with us last season. 6 goals and 4 assists out of him. Mark Bernal, and the assister for this club. The most decorated, or the most senior player in this club, I think, alongside Ape Dow, I believe, are some of the most experienced players of this club. Katongo, who's been here for a while, off of loan deals and stuff like that. Obviously, Vuskovic, who didn't really play much, and obviously these guys that we just signed to add squad depth, in all honesty. Just going to check out the totality of this series here. If we can go ahead and my career here, over 9 seasons long, 2 clubs. One is because I believe I got fired for some dumb reason and I had to get my job back. No, it's because I went to Borussia Dortmund and then I went over to Salford, because I was going to do a Borussia Dortmund series at the start, but then I decided to do Salford, so we switched over to Salford, and yeah, that's how this has happened here. So in totality, again here, 3 league titles, I believe Championship, League 1, and the Premier League. We won 4 domestic cups, 2 Carabao, 1 FA Cup, 2 FA Cups actually, 2 FA Cups, 2 Carabao Cups, back-to-back Carabao Cups, 2 Continental Trophies, 1 the Champions League and the Europa League. We actually won the Europa League in the first season of asking. This season we scored 129 goals. In totality, we scored 914 goals, 503 games played. We've won 262. We didn't even draw 100 games. We lost 142. A goal difference of close to 220, 250, something like that, which is insane. Our biggest win was a 7-0 win. Our biggest loss was a 6-0 loss against Barnsley. That's going to be it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all for a new series starting tomorrow. Peace out.